Moscow, people are starting to gather. There are extreme security measures in place. One would think that it's a huge rally, a huge protest, rather than just a memorial service for a deceased person. Obviously, Yulia herself, as heartbreaking as it is, cannot cannot attend the funeral. She cannot say farewell to Alexei, because were she to come back to Russia, the likelihood of her being arrested is extremely high. So she couldn't take that risk, and it's devastating for all of us who are unable to join those who will pay their tributes in Moscow today.
Family and supporters of Alexei Navalny say they continue to face difficulties in organising his funeral, which is due to take place in Moscow this afternoon.
I thought that in 12 days since Alexei's murder, I would have time to prepare for this speech. But first, we spent a week getting Alexei's body and organising funeral. Then I chose the cemetery and coffin. The funeral will take place the day after tomorrow. And I'm not sure yet whether it will be peaceful or whether police will arrest those who have come to say goodbye to my husband. Last Saturday was 2 years since Putin started a full-scale war against Ukraine. A brutal and sneaky war. The whole world rushed to Ukraine's aid, but 2 years passed. There is much exhaustion, much blood, much disappointment, and Putin has gone nowhere. Everything has already been used. Weapons, money, sanctions, nothing is working. And the worst has happened. Everyone got used to the war. Here and there, people start to say, well, we'll have to come to an agreement with Putin anyway. And then Putin killed my husband, Alexei Navalny. On his orders, Alexei was tortured for 3 years. He was starved in a tiny stone cell, cut off from the outside world and denied visits, phone calls, and then even letters. And then they killed him. Even after that, they abused his body and abused his mother. On the one hand, the public murder has once again showed everyone that Putin is capable of anything and that you cannot negotiate with him. Alexei was an inventor. He always had new ideas. If you really want to defeat Putin, you have to become an innovator. You have to stop being boring. You cannot hurt Putin with another resolution or another set of sanctions. That is no different from the previous ones. You cannot defeat him by thinking he is a man of principle who has morals and rules. He is not like that, and Alexei realized that a long time ago. You are not dealing with a politician, but with a bloody monster. Organized crime, not political competition. Putin must answer for what he has done with my country. Putin must answer for what he has done to a neighboring peaceful country. And Putin must answer for everything he has done to Alexei. My husband will never see what the beautiful Russia of the future will look like. But we must see it. And I will do and I will do my best to make his dream come true. The evil will fall and the beautiful future will come. Thank you.
Kira Yarmish, who's spokesperson for the former Russian opposition leader, say they've been unable to find a hearse to drive the body to the church, and mortuaries have been threatened if they are to accept his body. Tatiana Fokina is a friend of Alexei Navalny's widow, Yulia Navalnaya. She is Russian, she's now based in London, and she joins us this morning. Tatiana, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. First of all, then, what is the latest you've heard from Yulia on how arrangements are coming together, or indeed the difficulties with bringing arrangements together for Alexei Navalny's funeral?
I think there are no really further news apart from what you just mentioned. Obviously, already in Moscow, people are starting to gather. There are extreme security measures in place. One would think that it's a huge rally, a huge protest, rather than just a memorial service for a deceased person. Obviously, Yulia herself, as heartbreaking as it is, cannot cannot attend the funeral. She cannot say farewell to Alexei, because were she to come back to Russia, the likelihood of her being arrested is extremely high. So she couldn't take that risk, and it's devastating for all of us who are unable to join those who will pay their tributes in Moscow today.
Yeah, of course. What will you be doing today, Tatiana? Is this a day of reflection? Is this a day of action? What should today feel like?
Today, I think in the past days, we've all constantly have been reflecting on Alexei and remembering him. But I think what we should concentrate on now, and hopefully today we will all get closure, because with everything that Russian authorities have been doing, how they were torturing the family with not letting them to receive the body, not then letting them to arrange the funeral. It's been incredibly, it has been a torture, but hopefully after today we can all concentrate on trying to do what Alexei would have wanted us to do, and to think of how we can make sure that his incredible sacrifice is not in vain, and actually make those changes that he devoted his life to trying and make happen. So I think it's very important that we do not stop at just remembering Alexei, but we actually take action, and a lot of it is in the hands of the Western leaders. And I just hope that all these words and condolences are not empty words, and they will also make sure that Putin does not get away with this, as they have done with some previous atrocious acts by him.
Yeah. Tatiana, our thoughts are with you, and indeed all those connected to Alexei Navalny. Thank you very much. Thanks for speaking to us this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks. Now, that is Tatiana Fokina, who is a friend of Alexei Navalny's widow, Yulia Navalnaya. So that funeral due to take place in Moscow this afternoon. Stay with us on Times Radio, because there are real concerns. First of all, about, I hate to sound so clinical about this, but the logistics of actually having this funeral for Alexei Navalny, but then also what may happen in the aftermath. Will those who turn out for it be arrested and detained and threatened in any way? It seems almost inevitable, sadly, but we'll keep you up to date as things unfold on Times Radio, of course, throughout today.